Hey guys, how's it going? Today we'll pretty much be seeing where my account is, things I've been doing on the in-between, and I feel like it's been a decent amount of time. I haven't done one of these in like 2 months, it feels like. So I'm ready, definitely to get back into making videos and trying to get this channel pretty much up and running. But yeah, I have not been slacking on WOTF at all. I probably could have grinded a little bit more as far as like equipment, some of the newer stuff that's come out, but I don't really have much use for it. Just really wouldn't like affect my account. So none of the things I've skipped really, like I said, is that big of a deal for me. Definitely working on little Leela, trying to get her to 120, and she is extremely close. Just got her to 115. So at this point, really needing dark cards. I don't need a lot of them, but I heard that there's going to be a couple of reruns before Final Fantasy 13 that I may consider just picking up like a card or two. Light generally looks exactly the same. I haven't, no need really to work on anything. I have light slash, pierce, magic, magical slashing, bruisers, evasion. The only thing, like, I feel like as far as if I were to work on somebody down here that's not an MR, because it's kind of obvious, would probably be this guy. I've seen this guy be like a lot more useful than I've ever seen him in the higher ranked competitive scene. He's actually surprised me a little bit as far as with his survivability, as well as Warrior of Light. As Water is sitting right now, I got Laura Croft done on her rerun. I didn't really like feel pressured to. I just kind of just like, yeah, she definitely wasn't high up on my list. But Summer Elsie definitely is. And I would love to just like absolutely just like throw all the Visual at her just because she doesn't need that much to be completely done. But I'm willing to wait. She, I feel like, is the third best unit as far as definitely what I have for sure. I really like Aerith, but at the same time, being able to have courage, you can give her things to make her kind of like, be able to heal and stuff like that. Just kind of got to supplement that healing power, but I have more use for her. As far as lightning goes, I don't think Esther was here last time, and that's somebody I would like to work on going forward, but lightning to me is like decently built. I could have definitely have went like harder for lightning, but I don't have the cards. I skipped out on Cloud's card. I just got Esther's card whenever I got her, so it's like it's just something I'm gonna have to work on over time. I'm in no rush to work on lightning. Like I said, it's a really fun element, and I do have like the key pieces pretty much, except for Ibarra. With Earth, don't think I had Oberon last time I was showing this off. Got him up to 89. Definitely trying to get him, as close to finish as possible. I think I have the cards, just I don't have them built up. So Earth is probably in a better spot for cards. With Wind, I off the tickets that they give you, picked up more, which was like pretty cool. I didn't expect it. I just wanted to get her to 79 and stop pretty much with her. But I will definitely be building these two together like outright. Really, I feel like Wind is just in a really good spot in the game as far as being able to deal magic, pierce damage, strike damage, slash damage, just different methods of like just really hurting people, not even including, like I said, Sodalee and Halloween Little Leela, one of the best low cost units in the game. Joom, like they have the best, pretty much the best of the best. I have yet to finish the Nier Automata card for 2B, so I'm waiting for that rerun before I can really like dedicate myself to Win, because I hate having like these limited cards. Same thing with Esther, to have like their card and it's not complete kind of bugs the living shit out of me. Ice is in a really good spot. Fryavia is gonna have her rerun thing go through. I have Velis really close to being at 99. Orin's definitely my favorite character in the ice category. Laswell, I think, was like one of my first like units, so I just got him to 120 just off GP. I really liked Velric. Fire, like I said, I got Katone done, and Terra kind of just sitting there. Generally, like with fire, the characters kind of fell in my lap. There was one I really liked, one that was like either really strong or just really useful. I think I have enough done within like my main three elements that I can like consider branching out at this point. I don't feel as pressured to work on light anymore, especially since the meta's, shifting as it is, but I still have dark and water to kind of fall back on for now. I want to like do something with ice, but I just feel like ice is in a really weird spot. I don't have Aranea, and same with fire. With wind, I would still need June, but I mean, these two could still do something. Sottily is, always up for grabs, so that's something to consider. Yours Zazan's getting his card. A lot of stuff going on. I think, this Thursday or this week in general. So, Earth is something I can contemplate. But yeah, in general, like I said, light, water. You're just going to see a lot of light, water, and earth cards, pretty much. And, some dark sprinkled in it, or with my cards in general, are in the middle zone. But I'm really going to have to like pick and choose pretty much like what it is I want to awaken and what's like more important, what it is that I have to prioritize. That's why I've left a lot of cards at 85. And I can awaken like, maybe like 2 of them, but at the same time, it's like if I don't need any of these cards pretty much. Like I said, I don't need more dark attack. I could use the luck, but it's like the meta shifting. So it's, it's something I have to contemplate. This is probably the most important card, but I can't awaken this one just as yet. And I would say the Odin cards are pretty important as well. I don't have the wind team to really focus on those. That's a good card, but it's not really all that important. That's the limited card I really need to get up. And like I said, wind is just something I'm not really focused on, but I'm getting my wind cards together. You can just see like, as far as like with other elements, I'm trying to definitely dabble a little bit more, but yeah, I would definitely say this is probably the most important card. And probably like the last thing I'd want to talk about, +6 like equipment and stuff like that. I went for Lara Croft's gun. I don't have the +6 version, but I have all the materials and stuff like that. I can make it like right now. But yeah, I got the Shimmering Blade because I can use it, 2 different ways. As far as with Ornn, I can use it with Velric as well. So it has a lot of usability for me. So I was like, okay, yeah, I can make that. And like I said, just limited weapons and Brotherhood +1, because you can always get like different mats from different events or different things that just come through the game. So don't ever feel pressured to like get all the materials. Just get the recipes. That's the only thing that matters. Probably keep the +6 and the +5, because that sometimes can be very useful. And I mean, if there's ever a +7, I guess I still have the previous equipment. I don't know. The crafting system's weird. Something else for sure are the TMRs. As far as with my trust stones, pretty much like I said, I've went through a lot of different stats and a lot of different things. And from my initial impression of like what you can and couldn't put on, there are some things like I didn't know you can put like outright attack on and stuff like that. But things that I definitely want to re-roll and not keep on there, because there's not capped out. It's not a max stat, so you're only going to get so much from it. And some things I'm just using as placeholders just because I may not have gotten the best thing, but at the same time I still need something to kind of supplement whatever. I'm honestly, like I said, a big fan of how they upgraded the farming system with trust stones and throwing the books and stuff into just one big amalgamation of farming or whatever. And I see that, well, we saw that they're doing the same thing with all the daily quests and stuff like that, which is really, really just, thank goodness. Please do the same thing with like the guild stuff, especially like the guild missions for the statue. Like that shit is so annoying. But yeah, like I said, slash attack, pierce rate, defense, pin, max HP. The more and more I was thinking about it, I don't know if you want slash attack, depending on who you would be giving this to, because like I said, I don't think that if you're like have a weapon or something like that that's giving you slash pin or defense pin or maybe slash attack, I don't think those stack. So things like accuracy, luck, evasion, but definitely make sure that these stats are capped out. And I would, give something like this, like silence resistance, stuff like that. Critical damage is really good. Acquired AP, magic, magic attack, accuracy, luck. Generally messing with trust stones, I have a better understanding of, like I said, what it is that I'm going for, what it is that you kind of would want to definitely to get the best out of the equipment, because I feel like if you can only do so much with whatever it is that you're working on. Like if you look at this, you're getting a 150 attack, but that's from having like, some capped out trust stones or whatever, and have things, like I said, that are just supplementing your attack. I want to give this to somebody who can take physical hits and, like I said, deal physical damage or whatever, has decent HP on it. And then everything else on the in-between is either going to supplement damage or supplement survivability. It's something that you could still use on a tank to a degree. Like I said, you're not going to get like AoE resist up. You're not going to get unit, attack resist or anything like that, a barrier. But it still allows that bruisery character to have, like I said, that supplemented AP and still, be kind of tanky. 11 defense is pretty decent. Like I said, looking at the Crimson Rapier, another weapon that I recommended, 242 magic is pretty decent. I would at least say so. Definitely HP, stuff like that. This definitely still needs to go. A lot of this stuff is a work in progress. Acquired AP. And I've taken stuff off, replaced stuff, looked at it. It's like, okay, this would be better fit for this. This would be a better fit for that. And just really just cracking down on what it is that I want the Crimson Rapier to do, what it is I want the Black Rose headdress to do, who I want to have it, and who it's going to truly benefit. Another one that I recommended strictly, for magic. This thing has, I've seen just ridiculous like numbers of damage coming from this thing, and it's not even finished. I still need to get the magic up, the damage limit up, the magic piercing, and the healing power, but I put this on Yuna, and it is just like an absolute nightmare. Like, Yuna's still Yuna. She's not going to be moving around the map all crazy or anything. But let's say like you have units that are just like going around just slapping the map or whatever, and then something spawns near her and she doesn't have to move. Seeing her just drop like 10,000 damage like on something and just absolutely murder it. I really just want to get this piece of gear up and kind of go on a showcase. I think I want to do that with all the gear, kind of like as a part 2 or a follow-up pretty much on the equipment that I recommended, because this is universal gear. These are things that I'm going to be using for PvP, for this and that. I do want to also do like a follow-up on like a little bit tougher gear to get a hold of, like the Black Rose headdress, like maybe Noctis's fatigues and stuff like that. But I definitely wanted to get the beginner video out first, because I feel like the game is getting new players, so I think it's pretty beneficial to try and just, cater to them first. And then, like I said, veterans, a lot of people, I think at this point, generally know what they want to go for. Yeah, you wouldn't need as much help, but I, plan to make the video regardless. That's pretty much all I really have to show you. So anything that I can do to benefit my channel, I'm definitely, open for taking criticism or anything like that. But with that, I hope you guys have a nice day, and I will see you later.